Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, Congressman Jeff Fortenberry announcing he has tested positive for COVID-19.
Also, a government website that offers free at-home COVID tests has opened early. We'll have that, but first.
Jim will stand up for our values. This is the man who should be the next governor. I want Nebraskans to know that's what I believe.
Pete Ricketts today announcing who he's backing for Nebraska's next governor. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
We're going to have more on that story in just a little bit today, but also today happening, Governor Ricketts declaring January as Human Trafficking Awareness Month here in Nebraska.
He took time to highlight the progress made over the last year to combat the issue in our state, mentioning that this is not just something big cities across our nation have, but that it can happen anywhere, like in Furnace County, where William Quinn was sentenced to 176 years. He says one of the best ways to fight this is to get educated on what to look out for.
It's going to be one of those things where we're going to have to continually look for how we can improve our responses so we can do a better job in stamping out this really scourge in our society.
Officials say passing legislation and creating stiffer penalties for those involved has helped. To report any suspicions of human trafficking, you can call that number there at the bottom of your screen. It's the Human Trafficking Hotline, 1-888-373-7888. A proposed legislative bill introduced by several Nebraska senators has created some controversy.
That's right. Senator Dave Merman introduced the bill. It would allow Nebraska healthcare workers to deny medical care due to their own personal beliefs. Today we heard from him as well as the ACLU, who says it's problematic for a whole host of reasons.
It's designed to incentivize more healthcare workers, because if healthcare workers aren't forced to do procedures against their belief, there should be more healthcare workers because of that.
First, it gives a green light to discriminate, to say that you are allowed to deny care to someone. And beyond that, it then ties employers' hands by shielding that employee who has chosen to discriminate and say that they cannot be moved to a different shift, have responsibilities changed, or be fired.
The ACLU says, bottom line, medical standards should always guide health care decisions, not someone's personal beliefs. The bill will move to committee at some point. It's too early to say when that's going to happen. We'll have much more on the story coming up tonight on the news at 6 o'clock. You can now order your free COVID-19 tests online.
The White House opened the federal website covidtests.gov today. The official launch is tomorrow, but officials went live early to make sure there aren't any technical issues. Supplies will be limited to 4 tests per household. The tests will be shipping within about 7 to 12 days. If you need more tests, people with private health insurance will be reimbursed for the full cost of tests. That will be up to 8 tests per month.
Congressman Jeff Fortenberry today saying he has tested positive for COVID-19. He said despite being vaccinated and taking every precaution, he has contracted a moderate case of the virus. He says per U.S. House protocol, he says he's going to be recuperating and working from home and will vote by proxy. The governor's office and the attorney general are in the midst of a legal battle regarding Omaha's mask mandate.
This just days after the Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Department reinstated its mandate. However, AG Doug Peterson says our county has the right to do so, while Douglas County's health department needs approval from Omaha City Council, which it did not receive.
I want to be really clear. This is not a legal battle on mandates, mask mandates. Are they good or are they bad? That's not the question. As the Attorney General, that's not my role to make that determination. But my role is important in the fact that I have to make sure that they don't abuse their authority or misuse their authority outside the scope of our statutory guidelines. They got outside the rails by trying to do that, and so we'll submit that to the judge.
A hearing is scheduled for tomorrow in Douglas County District Court. The health department in Omaha reported more than 2,500 COVID cases over the weekend, while the state had more than 27,000 last week. That's the highest weekly total since the early stages of the pandemic.
Let's talk about your weather now. Oh, we're going to move on to this. The U.S. Senate finally having a debate over protecting voting rights.
Majority Leader Chuck Schumer acknowledging that the effort to pass voting rights legislation will likely fail, but adding that it was a vital process for all Americans to see where their lawmakers stand on the issue. ABC's M. Nguyen is tracking this information from Washington.
Senate Democrats pressing forward with debate on a pair of voting rights bills despite the odds stacked against them ever becoming law.
Win, lose, or draw, members of this chamber were elected to debate and to vote, especially on an issue as vital to the beating heart of our democracy.
The Senate considering two bills aimed at expanding voter access and preventing discrimination as critics accuse more and more Republican-controlled states of enacting laws they say will make it tougher to vote. Officials in those states reject that, saying they're only trying to prevent voter fraud. For weeks, President Biden has pleaded with Democrats to change the Senate filibuster rules, to carve out a path to pass voting rights bills with just 50 votes. Democrats don't need any Republicans to do this, but two centrist Democratic Senators Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema are blocking the change. Activists have gone on hunger strikes and taken to the streets to demand Democrats protect voter rights.
It's time for the Senate to do their job. We are simply saying that all citizens of this country should have unfettered access to the ballot box, period.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell says the 60-vote threshold to end debate before a final vote is there for a reason.
Senate Democrats want to mar their own legacies with a reckless procedural vote they know will fail. A faction this desperate for unlimited short-term power is a faction that must be denied it.
University of Alabama head coach Nick Saban wants a West Virginia student athlete sent a letter with other West Virginians to their home state Senator Joe Manchin, calling on him to pass the voting rights legislation. Emwin, ABC News, Washington.
All right, now let's talk about your weather. Sunday, Monday, today, boy, really warm temperatures. But John, that's coming to an end.
That's right. Before I get to what's coming to an end, we hit 50 Sunday. We were in the low 50s yesterday, and today we hit 61 degrees in the capital city. A very warm day, not near the record. The record was actually 66 degrees, but this ties for the third warmest for the state, and it's the warmest on the state since 2006. Now, we have just dropped 8 degrees at the airport in Lincoln, down to 51 degrees. It's 51 degrees in Beatrice, still holding on to 56 in Columbus and 55 degrees in Grand Island. Show you we've got a fair amount of clouds overhead right now, mid to high level clouds passing. But there is a cold front. The cold front is actually already starting to move into the area. Our winds have shifted around to the north in many locations. However, the cold air is lagging. To start to notice the colder air, you got to go up to South Dakota and northern Montana right now, where wind chill values have dropped to as much as 25 degrees below zero. So we will see our temperatures tumbling, not so much this evening, but as we go through the overnight hours and especially tomorrow morning, as it's going to be very cold and we're going to have wind chill values below zero. But by 6 o'clock, 50 degrees, 42 by 8, 36 degrees by 10 o'clock. We'll talk about just how low the temperatures get tomorrow morning when that cold air arrives, and ooh, a cold day coming tomorrow. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, John. Today, Governor Ricketts endorsing candidate Jim Pillen.
In a moment, we're going to have reaction from one of Pillen's opponents, Charles Herbster, who was endorsed by President Donald Trump. But first, more on today's announcements. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez tells us why Ricketts chose this candidate. Ariana?
Governor Pete Ricketts is endorsing Jim Pillen as the next governor of the state of Nebraska. When asked why he chose Jim over any other Republican, the governor said and pointed to his values and skills at growing his family's agricultural business.
What Jim brings together is the fact that he built his business here in Nebraska around agriculture. And that's an important part of our state. He's got those pro-life values. He's got that real world experience in creating those jobs right here in Nebraska that is so important. And taking that tenant farm and growing it into one of the largest pork operations in the country is an amazing feat that Jim understands personally what it means to live the American dream, the greatness of America, and how to protect that. And that's one of the things I think that sets Jim apart from some of the other candidates is that personal experience here in Nebraska, creating those opportunities and living that dream.
Jim Pillen is also being endorsed by former Governor Kay Orr and former Husker coach and former Congressman Tom Osborne.
I've lived in the state of Nebraska my entire life, I've been out of the state for 4 years when I got my doctorate in veterinary medicine at Kansas State, and would have gotten it here if we'd had a veterinary college at the time. Number two, Suzanne and I have been raising children for 40 years. We have a family and 7 grandbabies. If you don't have a family, it doesn't make you a bad person, but it's a distinct, significant difference in how you view life when there's more to the world than just you.
Pillen stated in his speech that the next governor needs to be able to defend agriculture and to be able to grow the ag industry in our state. He has visited all 93 counties during his campaign and explained what he is hearing from most Nebraskans.
We want a business approach to government. We want less government. We want to make our decisions. We want to problem solve. We want to make our communities special. Local control is really important.
Pillen has fought against critical race theory in our schools and universities and will continue to do so if elected.
I believe that critical race theory has progressed. So I view it as a Marxist ideology that went from changing from economic oppression to a racist. And saying that the majority race is oppressing minority.
The candidates running for governor are Michael Connolly, Charles Herbster, Brett Lindstrom, Jim Pillen, Breland Ridenour, Teresa Thibodeau, and Senator Carol Blood.
We've got about 110 days till game day, give or take, and we'll continue sprinting across the state and continue to keep earning every Nebraskan's vote to become your next governor.
Fellow Republican candidate Charles Herbster responded to Governor Pete Ricketts choosing to endorse his opponent Jim Pillen by stating in part, quote, "It is disappointing to me that Governor Ricketts is supporting a candidate who has a weak record on illegal immigration, who failed to stop critical race theory from seeping into public universities and then voted to fund it with taxpayer dollars, and who has admitted to polluting our most precious resource, water." Herbster has been endorsed by former President Donald Trump. Now, Nebraskans will be able to vote for the governor on November 8th, and that will decide who will take the next seat. Reporting live in front of the Capitol, Ariana Martinez, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Ariana, for the live report. Coming up, hear the latest on airline officials sounding the alarm on the rollout of the 5G network.
That and your full forecast after the break.
Dear Winter, my squad of 16
Now to a developing story. 2 cell phone carriers agreeing to partially delay their 5G signal rollouts planned for tomorrow because of concerns from airline officials.
Top airline executives say the stronger wireless connection would cause mass cancellations and potentially safety problems. ABC's Raina Roy has the latest on that.
With airline officials sounding the alarm, concerned about the threat of an aviation catastrophe, AT&T and Verizon now announcing they'll both delay the Wednesday rollout of their stronger 5G service near some airports. Top airline executives had been warning of mass cancellations for both cargo and passenger flights, plus potential safety issues with the new 5G signal, saying it could disrupt radio equipment needed for landing, especially in inclement weather.
This is unsafe. The manufacturers have said so, our airlines are saying so, the FAA is saying so, and so are pilot unions.
Other countries have successfully launched similar 5G signals, but the FAA says the 5G in America will be twice as powerful. ABC's Mary Bruce questioning the White House on why the FAA didn't act sooner with testing the signals. The agency aware of this rollout plan for 2 years now.
Did the FAA drop the ball here? There'll be lots of time to look back and see how we got here. What we're focused on is trying to come to a solution that will minimize disruptions to passenger travel, cargo operations, and our economic recovery. And that is why it's so important to hopefully come to an agreement and ensure more planes are flying.
Executives from airlines, including American, Delta, United, and Southwest, are urging the government to keep the new 5G signals at least 2 miles away from U.S. airports. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dissauer.
Another nice day today. I hope you got a chance to get out and enjoy it. Temperatures climbing into the 60s across much of southeast Nebraska. And I hope you enjoyed it because tomorrow we're going to be seeing temperatures that are upwards of 40, if not more degrees colder than what we are this afternoon. And it's going to feel like it's in the single digits. So it's going to feel almost 50 degrees cooler than the actual air temperature today. Live look right now from Southeast Community College off to the south and west. We've got some clouds that are beginning to roll into the area. Temperature still on the mild side. Now the airport is beginning to drop down to 51 after reaching 61 degrees this afternoon. But on the east and central side of town, temperatures are still holding into the mid-50s. Same story on the south side of town and the southwest side of town, where it's 54 degrees right now along Denton Road. Just to the south, it's still 51 degrees in Beatrice. A bit cooler as you head towards Omaha, but look back to the west. Temperatures still holding into the upper 50s and mid-50s, where it's 56 in Columbus and 59 degrees as of this hour in Hebron. We've got these mid-level, high-level clouds beginning to move in over the top. You'll notice radar is trying to pick up a few specks of green on the map. I don't think we've actually got any moisture out there as the air that's coming in is drier. A cold front has moved through. Our winds have shifted around to the north. Now you may be wondering, where's the colder air? Because temperatures are still very warm. This is going to lag many, many miles behind the cold front. So it's not going to be until tomorrow morning when we notice the colder air coming in. Notice it's 51 in Lincoln, it's 32 degrees in Mitchell, South Dakota, only 9 degrees in Fargo, North Dakota, and head up along the U.S.-Canada state or border, national border, 0 right now in Williston, and factor in the winds, and the wind chills up there are 26 degrees below 0. It feels like it's 16 below 0 in Grand Forks, and it feels like it's 19 degrees below 0 in Bismarck. So that colder air will move in as we go through the overnight and more specifically tomorrow morning. Here's a look at wind chills as we go through the overnight, starting at 10 o'clock. Once we get to about midnight, we'll be down to the teens. It's early tomorrow morning. 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning is when we will notice the wind chills dropping below 0. It could feel as cold as 6 degrees below 0 at times, maybe even 9 below 0 in Columbus, and likely our lowest temperatures of the morning will happen around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. So the actual air temperature, I'm forecasting 12 degrees in Lincoln, 10 in Columbus, 12 in York and Seward, and 14 degrees in Beatrice. Notice the winds will be out of the north, 10 to 18 with some gusts to 23 miles per hour as we go through the overnight. That is lending to those wind chill values at or below 0. Now, as we go through the day tomorrow, typically I show you this, and this is showing you the air temperature, but the air temperature is not as big of a deal tomorrow, I think. It's going to be the wind chill or the feel-like temperature outside, so we're going to show you that instead. 9 o'clock in the morning, it's feeling like 6 below in Lincoln. As we head towards noon tomorrow, we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies. It's going to feel like it's 1 above in Lincoln, 1 below in Seward. As we head through the afternoon, you'll notice wind chill values for the most part stay in the single digits throughout the day, and then we start to drop as we head towards the evening hours. Air temperature wise, we're talking highs only in the teens to maybe 20 degrees. Tomorrow evening, the wind chills will keep dropping from there because the actual air temperature, I think by Thursday morning, at least in Lincoln, drops to 5 degrees below zero. And just the smallest of wind will take wind chill values even lower. And you'll notice the wind chill is suggesting 5, maybe as much as 15 degrees below zero at times Thursday morning. So make sure you bundle up Thursday morning. 7-day forecast, Thursday afternoon, not getting a whole lot better. We will see some sunshine around, but a high of only 18 degrees. We're back down to 2 below Friday morning. As we head towards the weekend, we'll see temperatures actually getting relatively seasonal, if not even a little on the warmer side by Sunday, high of 44. Maybe some flurries around the area on Monday as another cold front comes through, because notice temperatures back in the teens for Tuesday and down to 7 degrees below zero by next Wednesday morning.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's going to feel like a really hard slap.
Exactly.
All right, thank you, John. Here's a look at Wall Street today. Not a great day. The Dow dropping 543 points, NASDAQ down 387. Here are your numbers. We'll be right back.
Tonight, COVID state by state.
Finally tonight, if the fate of a car driven across thin ice wasn't bizarre enough.
What the driver did after it was, well, definitely it takes the cake, I think you could say. Jeremy Roth has today's. Take a look at this.
A sinking selfie taken atop a car submerged in a frozen river. That was just one of the bizarre highlights from a very bizarre scene in Ontario, Canada. It started when a car was spotted speeding across an iced-over river in Manotick.
She came from like a long way down the lake. She was driving for a while.
No sooner than the wild scene was caught on camera did the careening car break through the ice, forcing bystanders to spring into action using a kayak to rescue the driver inside.
Got her on the kayak,
pulled her in, and as soon as we pulled her in, the car went under fully.
But before all that, the woman was seen taking a smiling selfie on top of the sinking vehicle.
Then we pull her out and we're like, what the hell are you doing? And she was like, oh, just having fun. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, I'd totally do that again. Like, word for word, that's what she said.
The car was left fully submerged, and police say the driver was charged with dangerous operation of a motor vehicle. A lot of unanswered questions, but for locals, one thing's for certain.
Definitely a wild day in the quiet village of Manatee, that's for sure.
A dog named Buddy, trapped in a tight spot in Arizona, was rescued after getting his head stuck in a cinder block wall. The dog had reportedly gotten loose and was found trapped. Techs from the Arizona Humane Society were called in and went to work, chiseling away at the wall and eventually freeing Buddy.
Good boy!
The curious dog was treated and later reunited with its owner. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
All right, let's get a final recap of your weather. Let's put this in perspective here, John. We had a high today of 61, right?
61, yeah.
And within hours, X amount of hours, we're going to have wind chills of about 4 below.
Right. So tonight's math with Rod, we're going to go 61 minus 4, which actually equals 65.
Oh.
So that's going to be the temperature drop we've got, at least from the feel-like temperature, from this afternoon to what it's going to feel like tomorrow morning around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, much colder coming. Now, right now, temperatures are sitting in the lower to mid 50s around the region, even still holding on to 58 degrees in Hebron and 56 degrees in Fairbury. The colder air is lingering behind the cold front. The cold front is already passing through the area right now, but the colder air is still just up into North Dakota and Montana. And again, our low temperatures overnight will likely occur by about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, this evening temperatures falling through the 40s and 30s.
Love the added visuals, John. Thank you. Have a great night, everyone.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought